difficulty, which makes reading, holding a book, or turning a page difficult or impossible. The content is copyrighted by the respective publishers. For more information, please visit us on the web at nfradioreading.org. Hi, this is Nick, and for the next few minutes, I'll be reading from the day's newspaper comics in the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. We begin, as always, on this Monday, May 4th, 2026, with Hi and Lois. Lois says to Hi, "You won't believe what I heard today." "You're right, I probably won't. So don't tell me. You're no fun." Sits. Jeremy says to his mother, "Man, summer break is so close. I can taste it." "Oh, what does it taste like?" "Mostly frappuccino, guacamole, and sweat. I'll pick up some breath mints." "Blondie," Dagwood says, as he's watching TV. Well, the TV says first, "Welcome to the Self-Choice Awards. First, I'd like to congratulate me, myself, and I." "Huh? Yay!" "I honor me, without whom I wouldn't be here. I congratulate myself, without whom all of you couldn't bask in my greatness. And I congratulate myself for changing the channel. Amen." Beetle Bailey. Sarge and Lieutenant Fez are walking. "I can handle beatniks, the hippies, the punks, goths, and Gen Xers, but I don't know what to do with these new recruits, as 4 aliens are standing in front of him, with antennae and all." Hagar the Horrible. Hagar and Lucky Eddie are standing there. Monk walks up. "Be kind to others. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do you understand that?" "Sure. I know what a paradox is." Break of day. We see a woman in a bathtub. Guy sitting next to her. He's in a lifeguard uniform. "They say dress for the job you want." Family circus. Jeffy's in the tree as it's trying to be planted. If Dolly points, "Jeffy isn't even waiting till it's planted." And Barney Google and Snuffy Smith. Snuffy and Lukey are leaning against a tree. "I'm more than happy to get a job, Lukey, if and I could find one that matches my current benefits package." "Pa, your lunch is ready and I hung a hammock for you," yells Louise in the distance. You've been listening to a reading of the day's newspaper comics in the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. Thanks for listening.